Hi there, Flosstube. My name is Melanie, and this is my debut Flosstube. So I decided to do this after getting many comments requesting that I do this through just private messaging and stuff like that. So I'm giving this a shot. Now I warn you, I'm really outside my normal territory doing this. I'm a bit anxious. I don't normally do videos at all. I hate taking pictures. And so I'm considering this my debut time-lapse video of hair drying. Yes, my hair is still wet. I had a rough day at work, so I said, whatever. I'm just going to take a shower, go home, and do my video like I planned. Just quick background on me. I've known how to stitch since I was a little girl. I've not always stitched, but in the past year I've gotten back into it, and I've really found that as an adult it is something that is really stress relieving and I really enjoy doing now. So I've kind of went full force on it, and I think I've gone a little loony. So without further ado, just a recap of what we're going to go over today. Stitch Mania. Oh man, so yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, hey, I'm getting back into stitching. Let's just go big or go home. So that's where I'm at now. So, originally with Stitch Maynia, I had planned, okay, I have 3 whips right now, right? And that seemed like a lot to me. So with Stitch Maynia, I had planned to do every other day a new start for the first 15 days, giving me a total of 8 new starts. With that, what I did is I actually chose like small projects, big projects, medium projects, kind of gave it a little bit of a mix, so I wasn't just doing all big projects, because knowing myself, I would very easily do that. So I kitted up my 8 kits, and this past weekend I got into everything and I was like, okay, let me organize and see which one I'm going to do on what day. And I'm like, okay, here's my 8, wait, 9, 10, 11, oh crap. I got a little overzealous. Couldn't make up my mind on everything. So it looks like I have 12 kitted, and I really got lucky. So 12 of them are new starts, and I really got lucky because I have exactly 3 whips. So there's my 15. Yay! I am not going to do them the first 15 days of May. Like today, my work sometimes can be hectic and stresses me out, so I'm going to do one every other day for the month of May entirely. I think that'll be crazy enough for me, but at the same time, not in a panic to get home, to get everything on the hoop and stitch away. So, starting with that, we'll go through some of my whips, or not whips, go through some of my new starts, and just what I plan to do for the month of May, and see what you guys think. So the first one up on my Stitch Maynia, on May 1st, I am actually going to do a pattern called You Are My Sunshine by Stitch Rovia. Let's get that in there. I really like this pattern because it's actually one of 3 parts to this, and it's a song I used to sing my kids. So I'm actually going to stitch that on Picture This Plus Crystal 32 count in summer. Oh my god, guys, this is like neon yellow with sparkles. I'm hoping it's getting some of that in there. But yeah, no, this is a neon yellow. If you think highlighter yellow, there we go. I actually have a needle minder for it. Got this from Stitchy Time Creations on Etsy. I got green because this piece is going to be for my daughter and her favorite color is green. And just a beach scene with the sun shining through. So yay, my needle minder kind of matches. I'm weird like that. Gotta have, it's just an extra bit of cheer on my piece. You know, like while I'm stitching, I can look up and smile. So that's on May 1st, and that is a new start. On May 3rd, another new start. This one makes me a little concerned. I don't know if I went off the deep end or, yeah. So, first disclaimer, I don't do much holiday stuff at all. Like, not big into Christmas or anything like that. Now, I like some winter things and stuff, not really Christmassy. And I never before beaded on a piece of work ever. So I decided to go off the deep end. The next piece is Ornaments All Around by Glendon Place. Now, I was like, oh, this is so pretty. Let me get this. I'm going to stitch this. And then I took it to the counter at my local LNS, and I was kitting it up. And it has 10 Krennics and 12 different colors of Mill Hill beads. Yeah. I am actually going to stitch this on the called for fabric, which is a 32 count Belfast Crystal Relic by Picture This Plus. Now, it's a fairly good piece. I just got a fat quarter, but it does have that crystal color to it. It's kind of like, if you could think of a blend between a pumpkin spice latte and a gingerbread, that's this color. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Now, what I really love about it is, like I said, I'm not big in the holidays, so it took me a while to find a needle minder. But look what I found. Yee! My little blingy gold snowflake. This is from Gina's Unique Boutique. Absolutely love it. Love it. So that's the second one. Now my third one is actually a UFO, a whip, that I had started 4 or 5 years ago, and it just ended up in the stash and didn't make it any further. Matter of fact, it made it up in the stash and I lost half of the pattern. And so originally it was a Dimensions kit, so I emailed Dimensions and said, hey, yo, here's a picture of what I'm working on. I've lost half the pattern. Never heard anything, but 4 weeks later the pattern showed up in my mailbox. Yes! Win for Melanie. Alright, so this one, I don't know how old it is. I've never seen it on shelves since I got it. But this is a kit called Regal Rooster by Dimensions, and I just printed off a picture I found online. And show you how far I've made it. Now you can tell this is old. It's all kind of wrinkled and folded and everything like that. But this is where I am on this. So, you know, I was like, we can definitely work these into the rotation to definitely help me get some of those out. So I'm really excited for that one. Then we're going with just a little Mill Hill kit called Banana Split. Banana Split! Now I'm going to turn this into a magnet, I think, and put it on my fridge. I like little magnets on my fridge, so I'm going to enjoy doing this little guy. Alright, May 9th, or project number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. It's one of the most exciting starts. I'm actually really anxious to start. And not so not so pretty language, this is apparently the gateway drug to Mirabilis. Nora Corbett's Mermaid Letter K. Now, I really love this for 2 reasons. My daughter's 10, and her name is Caitlin, so the K is for her. But she always had this, not like obsession with mermaids, but found them very fascinating. She always wanted to learn like the actual lore behind mermaids. And I thought, this is a really gorgeous piece. And when I stitch for someone, I always think, is this something they're going to want in 10 years? And so it's like I would love to do like really like Disney princesses and stuff like that for my daughter, but I'm just like, she'll outgrow it and she won't want it. So with this, I feel like it's very feminine in nature, it's very gorgeous, it's ageless. She can be, you know, a mother of 2 when she's 33 and have this in her bedroom and not be ashamed of it whatsoever. I really love that. What I love even more about it is, okay, so I did get the called for threads, yay, for that by Classic Colorworks or Crescent Colors. This is the, oh, I can't even tell you, this fabric is gorgeous. This fabric is called Shimmering Pool, and it is opalescent. Now I have it in a 28 count Lugana, and it's by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. I don't know if you can see the greens and the blues and the shimmer in it. I really love it. And then the best part, check out that needle minder. It's my blingy starfish, my blingy rainbow starfish. That needle minder came from Gina's Unique Boutique. I don't know. Everything about this particular piece is just like screaming out to me, and I just love the colors, love how it's going to turn out, and I can't wait to stitch it. I really just cannot. All right. All right, on the 11th, I am doing one of the companion pieces to You Are My Sunshine, because the first one was going to my daughter. The second one is You Make Me Happy When Skies Are Gray. That is also by Stitch Rovia. That one's going to my son. So they have companion pieces. So my daughter will have the yellow one that says, You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine, and then my son will have the one that says, You Make Me Happy When Skies Are Gray. So I thought that was really fantastic that I was able to get something of that sort done. Now I am doing that on 32 count Belfast and Stormy Night. I don't know who is the maker of it, but I think it is just, it's gray, it's kind of got, let's see, it's a big piece. I will need to cut it down. I just haven't cut down any of my fabric, and it looks like it's pseudo hand dyed, so to speak. It's only on one side, the other side is just a plain gray, and this side kind of has that stormy, cloudy look to it. Now I had to think hard and long about what type of needle minder to get for this. So I just asked my son, if you could get your own needle minder, what kind of needle minder would you get? Duh, Mom, I want minions. So he got a minion minder. What is really cute about this, I think, is because we're talking about clouds and You Make Me Happy When Skies Are Gray, and the minion is just looking up at the sky. So yeah, I got a little minion minder. I was happy with that. So that is number 6 on the list, and that was for May 11th. May 13th, I'm doing another little Mill Hill kit called Love Potion. Again, I think I'm just going to turn this into a magnet and put it on my fridge. Little cute thing to do real quick. May 15th. I looked, what I really wanted to do is broaden my aspects in different designers and different patterns and stuff like that. And so I looked into all kinds of different things, and I decided I wanted to do a Joan Elliott. I hadn't done a Joan Elliott before, so I looked into a Joan Elliott. I gotta say, I spent 2 to 3 days. And the way I do it is I browse on pictures, and if it pops at me, I'll get it. But if I'm really having to search for something, it's not really speaking to me, so I'm not gonna grab it. About the second day, I came across a pattern I hadn't seen before, and I had to have it. So on May 15th, I am doing The Iris Fairy by Joan Elliott. I'm really excited about this. Purple's my favorite color, always has been. I love fair fairies, as in fair skin, fair hair. My hair looks a little bit darker right now. Like I said, slow-mo hair dry here. But I've always had fair hair as a child and as an adult, and I really, really love it. And I love seeing the patterns with those colors. Now, I am doing her on a 28 count Joblin in April Showers by Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Again, I need to cut it down. But as you can see, like, this half is a little more blue, and then this half goes a little more pink. So I just got to decide. I don't know if it's getting good. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, I mean, it's a pretty big piece. Actually, I think she almost... No, I don't have to cut her down. I forgot. She's actually a pretty big piece. She's 12 by 16 on 28 counts. So 12 by 16 on this. So I may not cut it down at all. We'll see. But I really like that. I love the feel of this. This is super soft. And I can't wait to stitch on it. I've never stitched on Joblin, and I've actually picked up 2 different pieces for the Stitch Mania. So I'm kind of stoked. Alright. May 17th. Another one of those things I decided I wanted to try was an ink circles piece. So I am trying the Ghostly Mandala. Now, I was like, that's cute. But I don't like the fabric being white and the stitches being black. I'd have to buy glow-in-the-dark fabric. I was like, oh, I like how projects look three-dimensional when you stitch them on. So I'm going to reverse the pattern. I have black fabric, and I'm going to stitch all the ghost on with glow-in-the-dark thread. So instead of stitching all the black on, I'm stitching all the inner white on. Now the fabric, there was a bit of a mix-up when I first ordered it. I ordered it. It's by Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. It is a 28 count linen. It's called Oberon. Now I first ordered it in opalescent because I thought maybe just a little sparkle in the background. But when it came, I wasn't expecting to be the sparkle, so to speak, to be so prominent. It really was prominent. And actually you'll see it later because I'm going to utilize it in another project. But this is Oberon. Now, it is majority black, but there are hints of purple in it. So there's like a little bit of purple vein running through it on occasional spots. And I really like that. So I think this will work well with what I have in mind for it. Oh, my little ghost. I got a ghost needle binder. And that's from Gina's Unique Boutique as well. So I'm kind of happy to see this one really take shape. Especially with the glow-in-the-dark thread. And if it really does do what I hope it does. Okay. So then I got on May 19th and project number 10. Number 10. I have the first kit I'm going to do. I normally don't like mini kits, but this is the kit that I'd seen for years, and I just like colorful things, really bright colorful things, and coffee, and tea. And I came across this kit, and I was like, that's it. I have an excuse to do it. I'm going to do it. A Whole Lotta Latte by Dimensions. I really like this kit. Those colors are so bright. It's going to be a relatively quick stitch, I think, because it's not like there's about 20 different colors. So I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. I've stitched on black before, so I know what to expect. Just going to put that book light right under that work while I work, and I'll be able to see all that. So, Whole Lotta Latte. Number 11 is another current whip, but I'm bringing it back because I have to stitch on it once a month. It is the Magical Creatures Calendar by Clouds Factory. But what I'm going to be doing is just May right there. So I consider that a new project because it's just May. Let's see here. I forget. When I fold up my fabric, I use the needle minders to kind of pin it together so it doesn't just unravel. So I have to undo my needle minder to show you guys. Speaking of needle minders, that is my fancy unicorn from Stitchy Time Creations. And here is my calendar so far. And then May will go right in here next to April. So I can't wait to see how that starts going. I'm excited for that one. All right, May 23. Another UFO whip, kinda, sorta. Started it 4 years ago. My first Heaven and Earth design ever. I had no idea what I was getting myself into because that's when I just started, you know, kind of getting back to stitching, kind of, sort of. So I bought 22 count even weave, and the pattern says do it 2 over 1. And I did it 2 over 1. I'm almost 2 pages in. Let me just say it's rough on the hands because it's getting really thick and stiff. It's not super bad. I've just kind of lost interest in it because it seems to be a pain to do it. The first page I did was a little bit cross-country. Then I learned how to park method through the second page, and I'm almost finished with the second page. But it's called Faces of Fairy 185 by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. This is what she's going to look like. And I've heard many people say she's a quick stitch because she's 200 by 200 stitches. I don't think that's a quick stitch. I really don't think it's a quick stitch because let me tell you, years later and I've only got 2 pages done. Yeah. So, cringe. Here we go. So this is the current progress I have on her. My little Deadpool needle minder. This was originally intended for my boyfriend, and it still is, and he gives me constant grief about not having it done yet. So I decided to get myself a little Deadpool needle minder because he acts like Deadpool and it reminds me of him. These are just pins. I literally took the pin out, put magnets on, stuck it on there, and used that as needle minders or to hold down my threads. So this is where the second page ends on this row. And then there's like, the edge of the project is just like another 20 over. So the end of it is actually right here, and the other end is like right under the bar of this Q-snap here. So that is for May 23. And number 12. I'm going to get this finished this year. These are all planned to be finished for this year because, yes, oh my goodness, I've created problems. And I'm planning 2017. And that Heaven and Earth design sale did not do me any good. 6 designs. Thank you. I'm crazy. All right. May 25, number 12, is a pattern by Satsuma Street. Good things happen to those who hustle. I picked out this pattern for someone at work that really helped my boyfriend and mentored him to get into the position he is into today. And she giggles because she does a lot of buying pallets of stuff and reselling on eBay and stuff like that. And she's like, you know, you just got to learn to hustle. And so I thought that was really fitting for her. I'm stitching this on a 32 count overdyed linen in Gothic by Picture This Plus. I love this fabric. Now this is a big piece, so again, I will need to cut it down. I don't know, yeah, you're kind of getting that color in there. What it looks like to me, blue jeans. It is a really pretty color with a mottled look on it. Just got a basic needle minder on it. Eat, sleep, stitch. Got that from my LNS. Works functional, love it. All right. Second to last, another one of those things that just said get me now, is the garden fan from the Gold Collection by Dimensions. Let's see if I can get there in there without the reflection. Oh, there we go. I was raised in Japan for about 9 years, so I really do love Oriental inspired themes. So yeah, this just speaks volumes to me. I remember going to some gardens with my family in Tokyo, and they actually did have women walking around in the traditional kimonos and everything. And I remember as a little kid just seeing that and thinking, how beautiful is that among all the flowers and the trees and the water. It looks like they were grown there and they belong there. And so I really like this. I really love this, and I can't wait to stitch it. Here's some of the colors. All right, last but not least, remember how I told you I messed up on ordering that black fabric from Stephanie, and that I thought that opalescent thread was just really strong. So I had originally ordered it in a 28 count Lugana by Stephanie. It's called Oberon, and it's the opalescent, or what she calls opal. It's the same color. I don't know if you can see all that sparkle. And you know what? I found the perfect little thing that fits me so well that's going to go on this. The Solar System by Clouds Factory. Tell me that's not going to look adorable. Space fabric. Hello, anyone? Stardust in space. That's going to be number 15. So, oh, and my little nebula needle minder from Stitchy Time Creations. So that's my Stitch Mania plans. Those are my 15 new starts. I only planned on 8. I don't know what happened. I promise. It gets the best of us, right? So yeah, I'm really excited. Just a few random things. I do have one finish from this month, so I thought I'd go ahead and show that. This actually took me several months to do because I put it down, I picked it up, put it down, picked it up. This is a dance thing by Stitch Maynia. Let's see, what's him get back? Oh, let me get the, so, there we go. I really love how this turned out. It has a lot of pop to it, and I'm really kind of just overall really satisfied with it. I can't wait to get it framed and give it to someone. I don't know who I'm going to give it to. The other thing is the reason I have one whip I didn't include in the rotation, and that's only because I'm hoping to finish it tonight. I didn't actually bring the picture in, and it's still in the snap, but as you can see, this is the Savannah Burst Sampler by Dimensions. There's going to be a little turtle right here in a blue box, and then I just put the baby name, weight, and date here. And then there's just going to be like a dashed border that goes all around it. I decided I wanted to give it a little pop this time. So instead of the navy blue that I'm supposed to backstitch this blue border in and write the baby's name in, I've gone flashy with 033 and number 4 Krennic braid. I don't know if you can, there we go. It's really kind of, it is a royal blue flashy metallic, and I'm going to use that to outline the blue here and then write the baby's name, weight, and date in it. And I think that'll give it just the extra pizzazz I want to give it. So I don't want to make the video too long. That's where I'm at. I did have one question previously on my Instagram, and that is, how do you rotate your projects? I don't. I am very much I look at all of them and be like, which one do I want to stitch on today? It's just whatever I look like and feel like stitching that day. And that's really how I do it. That's how I enjoy it. Because one day may be one thing, the next day another, 2 weeks one thing. It's whatever brings me enjoyment in it, and that's how I stitch. Oh, I was asked to show this. The Stash Queen Katie actually gave me this idea. Ammo box. This is actually for a 12 or 20 gauge up to 3-inch Magnum shotgun shells. And it holds all my Krennics. Wonderfully, beautifully so. So, I think it cost me $4 or $5 at Bass Pro Shops. So, I love that. And one last thing, I am on Instagram, if you want to follow me there. My call sign, so to speak, there is actually Katari95. That's Katarri 95. And I'll go ahead and put that down here in the bottom, along with links to some of these patterns for you, okay? That's all I have to talk about today. I hope you ladies enjoy it. I'm a little talkative sometimes, so hopefully it wasn't too boring. And you know, I watch a lot of y'all's videos, and I gotta say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. Somebody, at least every video I watch, teaches me something new, and I think that's really great. Keep up the good work, Stitchy community. You're all beautiful, and you are all awesome, and keep the beautiful work rolling. Have a great day.